Welcome back in. This is going to be episode 3 of our local to global series. We are playing as Cedar Rapids Wrestling. Um, we did a live stream to kick things off, and then we did another episode last where we finalized the roster. We booked and put on our first show, which was definitely a success. We can go look at that real quick. Yeah, 34 rating. We had almost had as good of a rating as we did in attendance. Um, but Well, I guess we'll go over some of the news that happens. So far, we've simmed forward to our next event. That's kind of what we were doing at the end of the last episode. So we will go ahead and look at some of the news that's gone through. I did just see that TCW went up in size, which is cool, even though it feels like they've lost a lot of people. Maybe not. I guess we're only a month in. Must have been one of the other saves I'm playing. Right. Yeah, nothing too crazy, it doesn't look like. I'll definitely let anybody know if anything too wild pops up. Let's go ahead and check our mail real quick. We got our merchandising upgrade. Excellent. We are upgraded to amateur level. No further upgrading will take place unless you request it. Cool. Mercutio asleep. I guess somebody was shortlisted. Yeah. Signed a touring contract. And, let's check what our merchandising levels are real quick before we book this episode. This level, let's go ahead and around $1 per popularity point for each 50 cents per band in attendance. That's if we hit level 2. 250 a week. Ugh. Since $1,000, we're gonna lose. You know what? Like I said in the last episode, we're gonna go in the red anyway. Let's go ahead and get a couple more points upgraded, and then calling off, going cold turkey. But I guess let's go ahead and go into our next episode. Go ahead and book it. And I actually went ahead and came up with a name for this one ahead of time, and I did Coronation. We are crowning both of our champions. So what better way to do that than have a pay-per-view called Coronation? Nobody's getting the night off. Nobody. Put you on the pre-show if we have to. Tonight's venue, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Oh, something I did not do was change the ticket price. Well, crud. Well, that's going to set us back a bit. I did end up adding, I don't know if I did this on screen, but I did add Too Hot. Or no, he was already on here. Cool. We'll spend some of that creative energy. We'll do creative finish. A big gamble. Let's go ahead and do an angle idea. A safe bet. Should we risk it? Yep, let's do another creative finish. Let's see. A bit of a gamble. All right. We'll roll with it. Don't have many other options. Locker room incidents. Danielle Sweetheart running the pre-show training drills for Black Diamond and Amy St. James. Then basics and safety for Primetime Jack Pride, Flying Patriot, Wild Red Stallion, Tristan Weaver, and Original Center. Ooh. Address the locker room. Nope, we're not going to risk it right now. Pre-show is complete. All right. And I guess it's not the worst thing in the world if we if even if we aren't gaining that popularity right now, well, because it's a bummer that I did not lower the ticket price. At least we're kind of offsetting the increase in our merchandise, maybe. I don't know. Go ahead and book the show though. So far we got our tournaments. We have Clark Smallbone versus Too Hot and Texas Hangman versus Tristan Weaver. We got a couple other fun things we're going to do. So let's go ahead and we'll do it in this order. We're going to go ahead and do. Let's look at Tristan Weaver. Yeah, he's got it. He can do it. Put him up against Texas Hangman. I think they could have a really good match. Texas Hangman is going to go over, though, because we're going to do another storytelling match, and Outside interference. Win. Prime time Jack Pride interferes and attacks Tristan Weaver. Very upset from his um, we'll do a bit of a gamble too, why not? Very upset from his loss last week that he feels like he should have beat Tristan Weaver, even though he was just cheating the whole time. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll do Clark Smallbone. Who else was it? It was Too Hot. Pretty sure at least. So we'll check. Yep. And Clark, you did great in that main event. But I think Too Hot has to be the victor here. Open. Clean win. Boom. Boom. Alrighty. There we go. We're going to flip-flop these because we're going to, like I said, we're doing things backwards. I don't want to give away who is going to be our inaugural champions just yet. So what we're also going to do, we're going to do maybe like a, not like a number one. We'll do like a four-way with the other remaining men on the roster. I mean, what else are we really going to do at this point? But, I think that makes a lot of sense. All these guys are going to kind of be jockeying for position to be the next up in line. I think we're probably going to go ahead and go Wild Red Stallion here too. Go open, go clean. And who's going to lose this one? We're going to do Primetime Jack Pride again, just making him even angrier for when he attacks Tristan Weaver. Tristan Weaver. What else we're going to do? Right now, what are we at? 43 minutes. I'll take another 4. This time, we're going to do the women that are not in our championship match, which is Faith Force and Danielle Sweetheart. And I think out of this one, Coco Malloy had a great performance in the last episode. So we're going to have her win, and we're going to have Modesty probably lose. Probably not going to get a whole lot of wins early on compared to some of these other people who were, Danielle Sweetheart, our GOAT so far of the series. All right. Match. All right, this one's going to be a big one, guys. Let's go ahead and add this together. First off, titles. CRW women's title. We obviously have Danielle Sweetheart going up against Faith Force. Let's go ahead and look at their skills real quick, too, to see how long they can go. Not great stamina. Well, we don't know how great a stamina on Faith Force. Decent stamina on Danielle Sweetheart. Psychology. It'd be risky doing a slow build. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see how long they can go. Can we get 17 minutes? Okay, we can get 17 minutes. So what I'm going to do now, let's do that. Because right now what I'm doing is I'm picking a winner for this match, and nobody's going to see it. I will come up with something better than a black screen at some point for this, but wasn't high on the list right now. Going ahead and making these decisions right now as we speak. We are booking our women's champion. We're going to see, who wins that. All right. And we're back. All right, now we're going to go ahead and book our men's championship match, and we'll do the exact same thing. Titles, Midwest. Oh, yep, well, duh, they've already been booked. We're going to go ahead and get our guys Too Hot. And where are we? Oh, yeah. Texas Hangman. Here's going to be our big matchup. Again, I want to check out their stats real quick and see. Not great psychology, but decent stamina. All right, stamina. Well, I don't think this one's going to be able to go as long as our women's match. Honestly, I think our women's match is going to main event. Did much better the last time with Danielle Sweetheart in there. We're going to go 15 minutes. We're going to do this, and we're going to book a winner. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of torn. I had a plan on what I was going to do for this, but not feeling so sure about it now. We are going to go ahead and go with this for the win. All right. Just because I think it makes the most logical sense. All right. Segment has been booked. Coming back. Last time I should do that for this part. Oh, don't look at that. Don't look at that. Hopefully nobody saw that. Oop. Might have to edit that screen whenever we come back up. All right, so we're going to move this here. Move. Our women's match, like I said, is going to be the main event. Obviously, our second round matchups have to come before the finals. So what I think we'll do is we'll put the men up first in the four-way match, the women on second in their four-way match. Does that make sense? Yeah. I mean, you want to be a champion, you got to run that gauntlet. You were playing those matches and you're going back to back. And, maybe Texas Hangman's a little upset that he had to go 2 matches in a row. And Too Hot had a little bit of time to cool off. So, let's go ahead and add some angles because we definitely have to do that. All right. And we have that surefire hit or safe bet, I think it was, for angle 2. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think what we're going to have is primetime Jack Pride is furious at his losses, attacks Weaver. So make this 4 minutes. We're gonna make this our safe bet too, just because I don't know how it's gonna do. Otherwise, or I mean, even with it, I don't know how it's gonna do. Do that. Attacker, Tristan Weaver. Boom. Road agent notes. Advanced storyline. Chase for the Midwest title. Angle idea. A safe bet. Unreciprocated regular storyline victory. Yep. Oh no. What minor regular storyline victory? Minor victory for Primetime Jack Pride, and less so for Tristan Weaver. Yes. Okay. We'll go ahead and put that right here. Wow, I almost put those matches backwards. That would have been really frustrating. Already goofed on the ticket prices. That's going to be the first thing we do whenever we get out of the screen, by the way. We're at 96. We definitely need some more angles. Little Bird. We got here. Nope, no penalties. Yeah. Not a match. Oh my goodness. I'm all over the place right now, guys. Go ahead and add an angle. Have it be I think it's gonna be we'll do like a championship, like a pre-championship for the women. It's gonna be Danielle Sweetheart. Thanks to the crowd for coming out. Faith Force enters and talks crap. Sense. Boom. All right. In the ring, serious. Well, no, we'll put it as hype. I mean, we're hyping up this main event right now, is what we're doing, are we not? Faith Force, gonna be working the crowd. Gonna have Danielle Sweetheart. Actually, no, we're gonna have Danielle Sweetheart cutting a promo for 4 minutes. In Faith Force, not there. Let's save that. I'm gonna copy the workers from this part. Let's save the details. We're gonna add a new part. This one's gonna be Faith enters to wind up crowd. This one's just gonna be 4 minutes. I mean, we can put them in a decent. They're both major stars, I guess. Let's do it. Faith Force is going to be working the crowd, and then Faith Workers from part 1. Danielle Sweetheart, but Danielle Sweetheart is going to be working the crowd too now. Alrighty, let's make that 3 minutes up. We're going to advance the storyline. This one right here, we're not going to give anybody a victory because it's not really it. His one. Go ahead and put that right here. We're at 100 right now, and we're at 89. I think we just need to cut down on some of our match times. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't need all these matches to be going long. I'm in my TCW mindset right now, where we need all these bangers, you know. Alrighty. I mean, that. I think we need to pull some more off some of these matches right now. I think that is the move. We're going to knock that down to 12. It's going to put us at 93. Still 88. Let's go ahead and. Sorry, Clark Smallbone and Too Hot. You're getting 10 minutes. Actually, we'll go ahead and give Tristan Hangman 15 again. That puts us right at 90. We're 88. We're not going to get penalized. That all looks good to me. Let's jump in and do the thing, guys. All right. And about that had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Wild Red Stallion defeated Original Sinner, Primetime Jack Pride, and Flying Patriot in 9:20 when Wild Red Stallion pinned Primetime Jack Pride with the Lakota Cutter. Match got the crowd hotter. Show up to a strong start. Primetime Jack Pride is getting better at his gimmick, thank God. All pretty similar. Jack Pride actually had the best in-ring work there. He had 29. Stallion was 26. And Patriot 23. And Original Center bringing up the rear with 22. Awesome. 25 wrestling, 5 crowd rating, 29 overall. All right. And about that had good wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Coco Malloy defeated Amy St. James. Black Diamond and Modesty Pador in 7:05 with Coco Malloy pinned Modesty Pador with a flying bulldog. Coco Malloy carried the match in terms of in-ring performance. Yes, she did. 42 from her, 31 from Amy St. James, 30 from Modesty, and a 26-28 from Black Diamond. Like, dang, I think that's tied for our best match. It got the crowd hotter. Awesome. Alrighty, and about that had good wrestling and decent heat reaction from the crowd. Too Hot defeated Clark Smallbone in 8:08 by pinfall with a heat-seeking missile. 39 from Clark Smallbone, 30 from Too Hot. Starting to regret maybe having Too Hot go over that one with only the 30, but I mean, he does have the pop right now. He's the major star. Yeah. Go ahead and hop forward. All right, and about that had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Texas Hangman defeated Tristan Weaver in 12:57 by pinfall with a choke slam following interference from Primetime Jack Pride. The match was designed to tell a specific story. Tristan Weaver had an in-ring performance of 17, and Texas Hangman had an in-ring performance of 34. Lost heat, and the creative finish was a failure. 27 segment rating. Ugh, not as good as I wanted it to be. But post-match, average. Again with the failure, though, another angle idea failure. But Jack Pride, again, getting better at his gimmick. I will take that trade-off right there. Angle failure for him getting better at his gimmick. 21 segment rating. But yeah, primetime Jack Pride just beats down Tristan Weaver. All right, in a decent match, Too Hot defeated Texas Hangman in 12:35 by pinfall with a heat-seeking missile. Too Hot wins the CRW Midwest title. Yep, there we go. Too Hot is our new champion. Sorry for the lack of drama there and build-up. I kind of forgot that this was the next matchup. But we get to 35, so a pretty decent match. Yeah. I also just noticed we have 48 people this time, so we did technically go up one. And oh my gosh, with the dogs. I think this is going to be a common theme with the episode, guys. Or with all these episodes. But let's go ahead and skip forward. We have one angle before our championship match, our final championship match, where we crown our women's champion. And it gets a 43. Holy cow. Danielle Sweetheart cut a promo. We saw Faith Forrest, we kind of talked about it while we were building it. But dang. Not bad at all. Faith Forrest came across well. Danielle Sweetheart did a masterful job improvising. I didn't set it to scripted. That was probably really risky, but probably what got us that good of a rating. Faith Forrest did a masterful job, and Danielle Sweetheart improvised well. Excellent. All right. Without further ado, we are going to jump forward and get to our women's champion. It is in a bout that had great heat and a decent reaction from the crowd. Great wrestling. Danielle Sweetheart defeated Faith Force in 14:59 by pinfall with a super kick. Danielle Sweetheart wins the CRW Women's title. 45 in our second event. You love to see it. Danielle Sweetheart with a 46 performance. Faith Force with a 32. Danielle Sweetheart has a strong connection with a young female demographic who really liked her winning, and Faith Force is also getting better at her gimmick. This right here that I'm looking in front of my screen is all good things. We could not have a better 2-episode start to this series. Had some hiccups along the way, mainly user error or dumb things that I've done, but man, the wrestlers are coming through. We get a 40 overall rating. Now the real test is going to be, Faith Force is definitely going to get it this time. And well, let's do primetime Jack Pride. He's getting better at his gimmick. And let's see what can we tell him? Praise, complimented on a good performance. It's not telling him it was a great performance. It's compliment him. Give him a little bit to more strive for. We only lose $764 this time. Our merchandise saved us a little bit on that. Still almost 3,000 negative. Let's see our popularity recap. This is what really matters, guys. And again, yeah, we're gonna have to go like free tickets on the next one to make up for the losses in popularity, y'all. Ugh. Well, let's go ahead and go forward. We're gonna be going into March with no pop. Oh, that's deflating after after the high that was that show. Man, I really screwed the pooch on that one, didn't I, guys? Well, while we're waiting into this, go ahead and skip forward because I am going to go ahead and change those ticket prices immediately before we skip forward. But I would like everybody to let me know in the comments if you're watching this. Who would you like to see as our next in line? This probably will be a couple episodes from now when we actually get to this, but I want to hear who everybody wants to push, who we're seeing so far that people like, women and men's division. Let's see. Let's hear what you're thinking. Okay, we're going immediately right here. We're going to ticket prices. I think we have to go to very cheap. Don't think we can do free right now. You know what? Screw it. We're doing free for 1 month. And then I just got to remember to change it back, right? But we will go ahead and skip forward now, and then I will catch you at the next episode, or not next episode, our next event. So hang tight, and we'll be right back. All right, we're here at the pre-show for our event. Boiling Over is the name of this one. It's our third event. Runs for 1.5 hours, just like the last ones. I did go ahead and set the ticket pricing to this event for free. I'm going to change it to very cheap after the next event, I think. But I just kind of want to get caught up from all that we missed on those first two events. No one's getting the night off as usual. Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Where else would we be? Booking team meeting. Let's go ahead and spend some of this. We got 140. We might as well. Let's spend it all. A safe bet with Texas Hangman. Another creative finish. Likely to succeed with no restrictions. And our angle idea. A safe bet with no restrictions. Those are 3 decent draws on those. Let's go ahead and go forward. Locker room incidents. All right, training. Black Diamond and Amy St. James working on basics and safety. Primetime Jack Pride, Flying Patriot, Stallion, Weaver, and Original Center. Love that. Love getting all them the reps in. Go ahead and address the locker room. We'll do team bonding again. Why not? We'll see how it goes. We'll keep it rolling. And what a surprise. Everybody loves everybody. Love that. Cool. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. No pun intended. So last time we had Danielle Sweetheart win and Too Hot win the titles respectively. I think what we're going to do this time, we're going to have a number one contenders match for the men's title. And I think we'll do it for the women's title too. We'll do some number one contenders matches, and then I think we're going to put the champions in some tag team matches just to kind of mix things up. We've only had singles matches so far, so go ahead and get going on that. I think what we'll do is again, I think the women are going to main event. They did really good last time. So let's go ahead and get... Actually, we're going to put... This won't be our main event. We're going to do a tag team match with the men to start things off. And it'll be our champion, Too Hot. And we'll have him team up with... Let's see who else we got. Not Flying Patriot. Actually, let's see what we're looking at. Yeah, Flying Patriot. Him and Too Hot. We're going to team up against Original Center. And I guess, you know what? I'm starting to rethink this already, guys. I'm not used to booking with this small of a roster. So let's go ahead. We'll do our main event first. I think that's going to be the easiest. And it's going to be a 4-way. We'll actually make it 20 minutes. We'll make it a long one. We're going to have Amy St. James, Faith Force, Coco Malloy, and we're actually just going to make it a 3-way. Yeah. We're going to make it a 3-way. Yep. Or we could just make it yeah, we're going to make it a 3-way. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of indecisive on this. I'm still kind of learning how to book the whole local to global thing. Just kind of still figuring out exactly what I want to do. I have some ideas for this save, like long term, but with the limited roster right now and just kind of getting through these first few months, I am kind of not struggling with ideas, but just kind of still feeling it out at this point. So you guys are kind of watching me learn and figure this all out in real time. But as you can see, Faith Force is going to be the victor. And we're going to have that rematch for the title. The loser is going to end up being, sorry, Amy St. James, but you're going to be the loser. Coco Malloy had a really good performance last time out. Cool. It's going to be our main event for the evening. And we'll go ahead and also have a one-on-one matchup for the men's. You know what I mean? The men's, oh my God, why can't number one contendership match? It's going to be Texas Hangman versus Clark Smallbone. And just at the interest of not having the exact same match in both of our, the next event, you know, have two rematches from the original title matches. We're going to have Clark Smallbone actually take out Texas Hangman with a flash quick pinfall. But yeah, I think we're also going to deploy one of our creative notes for this one. Probably go ahead and do one of the safe bets. We got a big gamble, likely to succeed, safe bet. Oh, a safe bet's only for Hangman to win. Be likely to succeed then. Want that match to be good. We're already at 39 minutes. That is the nice thing about only having these hour-and-a-half shows is the smaller roster doesn't hurt us too much on that. We don't have to book up too much time. So let's actually see what we're working with still. I know I want one more match, and it's going to be Primetime Jack Bride going up against Tristan Weaver. That makes sense, right? Yeah. So we got our two faces. Wait. Where am I missing? What I goof on there, guys. Texas Hangman's a face too, I think, actually. Or no, are him and Clark Smallbone both heels? I don't know. We'll look in a second. Sorry, guys. I am all over the place this morning. Primetime Jack Pride is going to win the rematch, though, with him and Tristan Weaver. But it's going to be a cheat victory. He's going to cheat to win. It's kind of his thing. That's what he tried to do the first time around, but this time it's going to work. That. Let's see. Let's double check on this. Is Clark Smallbone a heel? I'm not seeing that right there. Let's go ahead and just do this. Heels. Men. So yeah, I have the four right here. Okay. Do I have an extra face that I'm not thinking about? No. Huh. Alrighty. Well, anyway. That's so weird. So weird. Oh, Tristan Weaver's a heel too. Duh. That is the issue right there. Okay. But that's okay. Not too worried about it because instead, we're not going to have either of our champions wrestle. We're going to give both of them the night off from actual wrestling, which I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but we're going to give some of these young people a chance. We're going to have Wild Red Stallion versus Original Sinner. I guess we'll do a triple threat. Might as well and throw American or Flying Patriot in there as well. Again, we're just kind of trying to feel out the roster at this point, get our feet under ourselves, and then I'm hoping we don't, if we can gain some pop, we don't lose as much money this event or the next. We're going to bring in a couple extra workers, kind of mix things up. But right now, we're just kind of trying to build on things. Wild Red Stallion's going to get the win, though. Flying Patriot. Open and clean. I think one of these matches are going to have to be set as a storytelling So we're probably going to go ahead and have it be these guys right here. I think Clark Smallbone has good. Pretty sure Clark has good skills. No, he does not have good psychology. Well, looks like it's you guys. The cheating is going to be the story that they're trying to tell in this match, I guess, between Primetime Jack Pride and Tristan Weaver. You could even have it that, Tristan Weaver's kind of cutting corners now, too, because he knows what's going on, but Primetime Jack Pride is just the better cheater. Okay. I think we have room for one more match. I think it's going to be a women's match. Let's see. Yep. Black Diamond versus Modesty Pador. Why is my game freezing up right now? There we go. Let's go ahead and save that. We're going to give Black Diamond the win here. She's definitely a project, but she's got a lot of good stats and some really good star quality. I think we're going to try and push her in the future, for sure. Put that. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and put that match near the beginning. We'll go ahead and swap it and Texas Hangman and then move Primetime and Tristan Weaver up. So we got our first number one contenders match kicking things off, our second closing things. We are going to have to get some angles in there. Quite a few, actually. So this is where our champions are going to come into play. Should have Danielle Sweetheart is happy to be she's happy to represent CRW for all the. Oh, no. Actually, we saw this note on the last match that she has a connection with the young fans, or the young female demographic. So we're going to say, and wants to be a good role model. Excellent. We'll go ahead and give that 6 minutes. Yeah. Again, just kind of cutting a promo, letting everybody know where she stands. We're really kind of developing that character. That actually is probably what we're going to change it to, is character development. I think that's it. And we'll go ahead and, yeah, we'll book that. We're going to add that angle idea. We're going to add a safe bet. We'll put it on that one, because the other one I think is going to be more of a safe bet without using that. So hopefully we cover all our bases if we go ahead and do that then. And we'll go ahead and put it right after number one contenders match for the men. And then what we'll go ahead and do after that is we'll go ahead and have Phil Burt interviews Too Hot in Ring. Yeah, just kind of a quick, Phil Burt, we're going to get him on there because he's good, kind of cheesing, but oh well. But he is going to be interviewing Too Hot, who's kind of going to be, he's just going to be being his normal self. He's hyped up. I think it's like a dance, like he likes to dance and stuff like that. So, I mean, like, he's just getting the crowd pumped. Everybody's having a good time, but what we're going to have happen in the second part is we're going to have our number one contender going to show up, and he's going to work the crowd by coming out and just kind of, he's signaling that he's ready for the challenge. He's ready to take on Too Hot, and that he's going to be the next champion. We'll see about that, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and change Phil Burt to a background player, change Too Hot to working the crowd for this part of the segment too. We'll cut it down to 4 minutes, so we're at 8 minutes overall. Save that. We'll definitely advance the storyline. And we're probably going to change these storylines out after this pay-per-view actually too. And just go ahead and redo those. We're at 94 minutes, so we're a little bit over. We're at 84, 85. I think that's okay for an event. I would like to get closer to that actual 80% at some point. Let's go ahead and check. Nothing getting in the way. Let's rock and roll, guys. All right. In a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Clark Smallbone defeated Texas Hangman in 14:54 by pinfall with a fast roll-up. Wrestling got 39. Crowd rating got a 9. Segment got a 37 overall. Clark Smallbone actually out-wrestled Texas Hangman in this match, only by 2 points, but still. And I think the most interesting thing is that got the crowd hotter, got it off to a strong start. Great wrestling, it says in the description, but creative finish was a failure, so it could have been even better. Moving on. Excellent angle. Danielle Sweetheart, that character development worked well. The angle was a success. We already have a white-hot crowd after 2 segments. Great way to start the show. And about that had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Black Diamond defeated Mount Estepador in 11:31 by pinfall with a belly-to-belly suplex. You know, Black Diamond has that connection with the young female demographic too. And maybe her and Danielle Sweetheart are a tag team down the line, or maybe she's her protege. We'll see. But yeah, segment rating of 34. Crowd's still very hot. Let's move on. Not as good. In a decent match, Primetime Jack Pride defeated Tristan Weaver 13-14 by pinfall after using a foreign object. We'll say it's like brass knuckles or something like that, and it was designed to tell a specific story. 21 rating, 8 crowd rating, 24 segment rating. I'm going to guess it's because neither of them have that great of psychology, but let's see. Odd hate base heel combination. Holding back, inexperience, inconsistency. Yep. That's okay. It's still not really that terrible considering it's our 3rd show and we're doing a local to global. But another really not great one after that. And about that had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Wild Red Stallion defeated Original Sinner and Flying Patriot in 9:41 when Wild Red Stallion pinned Flying Patriot with a Lakota Cutter. Yeah. All in the 20s of their performances. 22 for Flying Patriot and Original Sinner. 28 for Flying Wild Red Stallion. Yeah, still got that very hot crowd, though, going into our little last stretch of matches and angles. All right. Got a 25 for the segment rating. Again, not great. Too Hot is getting better at his gimmick again, but that first part was not doing great. That interview didn't do very well. Does it let us know on the angles? All bonuses, so not sure. Huh. Oh well. That's, like I said, still not going to be terrible. We'll still have a decent rating overall unless this main event tanks, which I don't think it will. We get a 40. Not the best match of the night, but still very good. Had good wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd. Faith Force defeated Amy St. James and Coco Malloy in 1957 when she submitted Amy James. Yeah, we're doing the rematch on this one. Clark Smallbone's going to be our number 1 contender for Too Hot. And we got Faith Force coming up against Danielle Sweetheart for that rematch. Wrestling got a 35, really good. 10 for the crowd rating, 40 for the segment overall. Not bad episodes so far. Most of our issues so far have been self-inflicted. They've been user error on my part. But let's go ahead and see. We gained popularity in a region for the 3rd time in a row, but we haven't gone up a full point yet, so we'll see if we finally went up a point this time, 3 months in. Overall rating at 37. I do think that is our worst show. I'm not sure. I quite honestly can't remember, guys. I've been playing a lot of TEW lately, and some of my personal saves and the saves that I've been doing on YouTube blend together after a little while. Let's go ahead and check it out. We'll find out. Dress the locker room. Who did we get last time? So Clark's definitely going to get one this time. He's going to be praised for a great performance. And kind of want to do Danielle again, but not going to. We'll go ahead and do Too Hot because we haven't praised him yet at all. And he's our champion, our number one contender in the men's division, so want to keep them happy. Financial report lost about the same as last month or last event, and we have finally gone up to 1 popularity. Woohoo! 3 months in, we are at 1 popularity. But all right, let's go ahead and sim forward. I'm thinking, unless there's anything really eventful that we got to take care of right now, we can probably fit another event into this episode, kind of make up for the fact that we had a little bit of a slow start in the first 2 videos. So I'm going to go ahead and cut back. I think we'll go ahead and let this ride. Hope everybody is enjoying the series so far. Again, I know I've said it a couple of times, but please feel free to reach out, say if you want anything changed, say if there's things you really like, things you want done differently. And yeah, just drop comments and chat, whether it's about the game, whether it's about the save, TEW in general, wrestling in general. I've said it before, the community of TEW is what makes it one of my favorite games. Like, the game itself is great, but it's the community, man. They're so good. But it doesn't look like we had anything really interesting happen here. Nothing important. So I think we will go ahead and jump forward and do one more episode. All right, y'all, we are back. We are set for our 4th event now. We are in April, Saturday the 9th. We did have a small issue, though, while I was simming forward, and that was that Too Hot wanted a $150 pay rise request, going from 30 to 180. He is our men's champion right now, and I could not offer that. So I offered a 25% increase. He's obviously angry. So I think I had plans set for this entire episode, this entire show, but I think we're going to call a complete audible on that now and change up both our men's and our women's plans. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get going. Save just in case. I'm kind of paranoid with, posting the videos and stuff like that. Sometimes this is run a little slow. So if you see me over here clicking and saving like I have OCD, I'm just making sure we don't lose anything. All right. Let's go ahead and sim forward. So yeah, Too Hot, definitely not able to offer that. He is our most popular men's worker right now, but I'm not too worried about losing him just based off the fact that our women's division has kind of been showing up the men's division anyway. So if he decides to walk, he decides to walk. Nobody getting the 9 off again. Guess where we're going? Cedar Rapids again. We're running another free one. And I think next month we're going to go back to either cheap or very cheap. Probably very cheap. Booking team meeting, 115. Let's spend that energy. We'll do 1 creative finish. Bit of a gamble. And we're going to do 2, or just 1 angle idea, I guess, because that's all we got for. It's another bit of a gamble, but no restrictions on either. Ooh. I do think we'll use our Texas Hangman one this time. We're going to get him a win. He's lost a lot recently. Locker room incidents. Ooh, Coco Malloy and Black Diamond had a blazing argument outside the venue. They're both still happy and pleased, though, so I mean, oh well. Original Center and Texas Hangman got into an argument, too. Both still pleased and happy, though. All right. Training drills. That's it. Okay. I'm not gonna. Let's go ahead and inspire this time. We're not gonna do team bonding. Let's inspire. All right. Let's rock and roll. We're not gonna do our main events first. Actually, we will go ahead and book our main events first. We already know what they are, but I am gonna go blank screen whenever we go to choose the winners on those. First matchup, it's going to be our main event. Again, women's match. We're going to go 22 minutes on it. This is our These are our workhorses right now. We got Danielle Sweetheart. We got Faith Force. And I'm just going to go ahead and book it, and I'll do the road agent notes for this and the men's match on a blank screen. Ooh, she does not have the stamina for that kind of match. Let's see if she's a 20. No. 18. No. Oh. Ugh. Yes, that's what we're going to settle with. Yes. Because we're not going to leave it up to a road agent. I'm going to go back in and change it. Then we're going to go ahead and do our men's title match, which is going to be, we might make this one 20 minutes or like 18. Go ahead and do Clark Smallbone versus Too Hot. Go ahead and book that. Stamina, stamina, stamina. 15 on this one too, I guess. Yes. All right. Blank screen real quick, guys. I'm going to book these road agent notes. So yeah, like I said, I actually had this is kind of where I had the plan of ending the first storylines that we've done and kind of kicking off the new ones after this. So I kind of had a game plan for where things were going to go. But obviously, those have kind of changed with Too Hot's pay rise request. I just can't. I can't do it, man. Can't be paying people that much when we're already losing this much money. Kind of behind the gun to do to my own silly decisions about, not making our ticket prices cheaper or anything like that early on. Alrighty. Go ahead and book this one. That looks right to me. And then I'm booking our men's title match right now. Let's see if I can. Nope. Cool. All right. We are almost done with this. I gotta just deploy one creative finish for one of these two matches. And we are good to go. Actually, we're not going to because they're both big gambles or a bit of a gamble right now. All right. And we're back. Let's go ahead. We're going to book one more match for sure. That's going to be good old Texas Hangman. And he's going to be taking on our prime time. Oh, man. Did I not check that? Oh, how could I be so silly? Let's go to worker absences. None. Well, where Jack Pride and what? Oh, he's on there. Oh, probably because I had it selected to heat faces. Oh my God, y'all! I told you the last when we were booking the last episode or last show, my brain is all over the place this morning. So Texas Hangman, sorry Wild Red Stallion, but you're getting beat. You will have your time, I promise. But it is not now. Texas Hangman gonna get the clean win, and we are going to go ahead and add that creative finish. It's a safe bet when he is the winner. Perfect. All right, we got 51 minutes already taken care of. We are finally going to do a tag team match. I have decided it's going to be in the women's division. Because we're going to feed off the real life issues, and we're going to do a can they coexist storyline between Black Diamond and Coco Malloy. Can they? We'll find out. They're going to go up against Modesty Fedora and Amy St. James. You get 15 minutes or 13 minutes. We're going to have, I think Amy St. James is going to be the winner. Yep. Clean win. That. All right, then we need a storytelling match. Who do we have left? Flying Patriot, Original Center, Primetime, Tristan Weaver. Cool. We're going to go ahead and give Tristan Weaver a win to get his momentum back. Since he lost against Primetime Jack Pride, and I do kind of want to keep him rolling. So we will have him go up against Flying Patriot. This will be our storytelling match. Not expected much from it. Going 10 minutes. Tristan and Weaver will get the win. And it'll be clean. And book that. Let's flip Hangman and the women's tag match. Excellent. We're at 78 minutes now. I think that's a good point to stop and go ahead to angles. I know this time we're going to do Prime Time, Jack Pride, cockily celebrates his one win. So yeah, he's basically gonna have a champion celebration for the fact that he won one match last week or last pay-per-view. We're gonna feed into the fact that he's just a jerk, man. So it'll be his character development, I think, is what we'll do on that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and rock with that. He's a major star now as far as perception goes, so that 6 minutes shouldn't be a big issue. We'll go ahead and put it right there. We're going to swap these, though, because I don't want it right next to that Tristan Weaver match, just because they feuded, the last couple months. I kind of want to keep them separate. And then who else do we got? We got Original Sinner and Bilba Burt. And I think what we'll do for that, we're going to do 4-minute segment where Original Sinner is going to show up and intimidate show up and intimidate. I got it. I remember this now. He's going to show up and intimidate men's championship competitors pre-match. So yeah, he's going to show up before things start, and he is going to just, stand there menacingly. He's Original Sinner. He's all spooky and all that stuff. And it's going to kind of be while Clark and Too Hot are making their way to the ring. Because this is going to set something up going forward. But you know what? On this one, we're going to do a bit of a gamble. Why not? We might as well give it a shot. You only get so many. I don't expect that one to be our best. And we're only at 89, so we are going to add another one, but I am going to go ahead and blank the screen because it will give away something that happens while I book it. So, angle, go ahead and put that on. This is going to be following one of our championship matches. So I'm even just going to call it post-match angle, just so nobody can even see what it's about. And we're going to go ahead and book this, and then we're going to get right into it. And this will be, after we book this pay-per-view and run through it, it will be the end of this episode. I'm hoping to get another one out in a couple of days, and maybe go live this week coming up. We'll see. Stay tuned. But we're going to go ahead and get this going. So the first part, we're going to have blank, doing blank. And then in the second part, oh, hold on. I'm goofing, y'all. There we go. There we go. We're going to have cool. Excellent, y'all. We got another angle added on here. It's going to end one of our storylines. Well, actually, we should probably end both of them, but it doesn't matter really that much. So it looks good to me. We're at 83% now, so I'm going to go back to full screen. And here we are. Alrighty, y'all. Check and make sure we don't have any... Oh, well, I goofed that. Well, hopefully we didn't. In a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Texas Hangman defeated Wild Red Stallion in 15-14 by pinfall with a chokeslam. 40 from Hangman, 27 from Wild Red Stallion. Successful creative finish. Strong start. Got the crowd hotter. 37 segment rating overall. Not too shabby. Average six-minute angle with Primetime Jack Pride. He goes out there and he's just running down the crowd. He's just having basically a huge party, thinking that he's the greatest in the world because he won one match. We're gonna kind of keep him going. We're gonna maybe try to develop his skills on the mic and stuff, and just keep him doing some promos for a while. He's not great in the ring. All right, in a decent match, Modesty Pador and Amy St. James defeated Black Diamond and Coco Malloy 12-13 when Amy St. James submitted Black Diamond with the Scorpion Deathlock. Down here, no chemistry between Black Diamond and Coco Malloy. Maybe explains why they fought earlier, because they have no chemistry. But yeah, 33 from Coco, 36 from Amy St. James, 31 from Modesty, 25 from Black Diamond, but we know she's kind of a project. But overall, I will take a 36 segment rating. It is only one lower than the Hangman Stallion match. And I mean, those guys, I think of, Hangman is kind of being an up and comer, and Stallion's not too shabby either. So definitely delivering here in the women's division again. In a poor match, Tristan Weaver defeated Blank Patriot in 10-27 by pinfall with a Weaver bomb. Match was designed to tell a story. Wasn't surprised that this was bad. 15 from Blind Patriot and 21 from Weaver is a little worse than I thought, but I don't think the psychology was great on either of them, so doing that storytelling probably didn't help us, All right, moving on. Average 4-minute angle, we saw Clark Smallbone and Original Sinner and Too Hot. Clark Smallbone and Too Hot have made their entrances, and Original Sinner is just kind of standing there being an intimidating guy. The angle idea was a success, but still only a 27 on the rating, so could be better. But again, not terrible. And about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Clark Smallbone defeated Too Hot in 15-27 by pinfall with a lightning kick. Clark Smallbone wins the CRW Midwest title. Yeah. He got a 39, Too Hot got a 28. He's getting better at his gimmick, Clark Smallbone, that is, which is good because he's now our champion. The plan was to keep it on Too Hot for a while and have him have a couple of different matchups, but that pay rise request scared me. I don't want somebody who's angry lingering in the locker room for too long, so we're getting that title off him ASAP, pivoted with a couple other things, and Clark Smallbone, who I said in the first show, we should have made him our champion with his performance. He is now our champion. All right, moving forward, we have our women's championship match. Drum roll, please. Our main event. Ho 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 ho! In a bout that had superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Danielle Sweetheart defeated Faith Force at 15-15 by pinfall with the super kick. She makes defense number 1 of the CRW Women's title. She had a performance of 49, Danielle Sweetheart did. 49, almost 50. Faith Force had one of 35. Angle gained, segment gained heat, whatever. But that doesn't matter because, segment rating of a 47 in our main event. We are going to get some good ratings on this one, guys. But we're not done yet because post-match, Amy St. James comes out and she attacks Danielle Sweetheart. She's kind of a technician, so she locks on a submission and doesn't let go. Faith Force ain't going to help her. And Amy St. James is now kind of staked her claim. She wants next. It was very good at the first part, average in the second part, 32 for the angle. It's not a great angle week, or not week, but episode, event. We'll see. But that main event, man, 47, I am happy with that. We'll see what our final rating ends up being. 38, not terrible at all. Increased our popularity in one region. Let's go ahead and address the locker room. We'll go ahead and give it to Amy. Um, Praise for a great performance, and we'll try Too Hot too, just to see if we can get him not angry at us and maybe squeeze out a little bit longer with him. We lost slightly less money than we did last time, which is good. We're up to 2 in popularity now, so we're back in business on that front. All right, guys. Next thing I'm going to do before we go ahead and log off for this episode, I am going to go ahead and change the ticket price to very cheap before I forget, because I'm not goofing on anything along that anymore. And then I also think maybe off screen, maybe on screen. I think the beginning of next episode, if we do it on screen, will be us hiring a couple extra workers to bring in. Just 1 or 2, maybe, maybe 3, But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and bring in a few extra people, freshen up some of these matchups. When we go to very cheap tickets, we're only losing like 1,000 a month or 1,500 or so a month. Our merchandise is still going up, so that'll be helpful. I'll actually double check that too whenever we get out here. And we should be in business. I think we have 3 years to get out of the red. So we're doing good on that. Like, we're not losing enough that we can't make it back at some point. I'm really more interested in getting our pop-up and having good, interesting shows in the meantime. All right, so we are going here. Flying Patriot and Too Hot both have morale issues at this point. Okay. We're going to go to ticket prices. Very cheap. Save. We're going to go to merchandise. All right, we're rapidly. Yep, I remember that. We're also going to go to our inner circle because Too Hot's one of our locker room leaders too. Ugh. And now he's not happy. Can Barry Griffin be a? Yep. I know I brought him in to be just kind of a road agent, but he really hasn't done that yet. So he's going to be our locker room leader. And can he be a chief enforcer too? Please. People considered tougher than him. Who's the toughest? Who's the toughest? That's what I want to know. Probably Texas Hangman. Let's see. Yeah. But not the good personality, and I don't think Original Center has it too. Relatively low respect too, but he does have the professional, and he is considered tough. Maybe. So no chief enforcers, but we do have another locker room leader. No morale officer yet. We got the trainer. Cool. All right, guys. We will see you in the next episode in just a couple of days.